Yo, check. 1, 2. Make sure I get the levels right. You got headphones? I got headphones for you right there. Check, check. You hear me?
Yeah.
How's your mic? I might need to turn it up a little bit for you or something.
I think that sounds pretty good.
I can't hear you in mine though. Let's see what's going on.
Check. Let me. I'm gonna
You can hear you in yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I see why. This is the problem right here. I got you muted on my end. Here we go.
Mute.
Hey, there you are.
Hey.
What's happening? Let's see. I'll kill the music here. Yo. Hey, I guess we'll start right now. We're live. Let's do this thing. We're back. It's been a while. I think it's been a couple months since I've done my last podcast. So I got my guest here, Jay Castle. Thanks for coming, buddy. Let's see. Well, today's the day. It's a bittersweet day. We're moving around. I'm moving out of the old studio across the hallway. Jay's getting a
all
new
the way
roommate.
across the hallway.
Yeah, let's see. Just checking these levels. I think I'm gonna turn them up just a little bit. So hang on a sec. You hear everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Check.
Get the mics a little hotter. Check. That's better, right?
Yeah.
Much better. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Where do we start here? I mean,
How about we start with a shot?
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
It's not too early.
Yeah. No, dude. This is kind of. I've been wondering when it's gonna happen. So this is the first. We're breaking the seal here.
Yeah. I even
We're gonna do a
got
little shot of tequila.
two shot glasses.
Nice. We're COVID friendly around here. We're not trying to get each other sick. Dude, I have some interesting stories about that actually. I've had COVID twice now.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
No
I
way.
didn't know the second time really.
All right,
Yeah.
you gotta tell me this.
Okay. All right. So the first time I got COVID was last December.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was I was sick, had like fever and chills and stuff, and I was down for about 4 or 5 days. And then the rest of it was a lot of quarantining. And my whole household got it. But everybody did okay with it. None of us were vaccinated at that point. So the first time around,
Well, they hadn't even come out yet at that point, right?
no, yeah. I mean, it was pretty fresh. So, yeah. So the first time around, beat it without a vaccine. Like I said, about 4 or 5 days, and yeah, I was like uncomfortable a bit. You know, I never had any like crazy like I can't breathe stuff. But like definitely fever and chills, and let's see what else was wrong with me. Oh, like muscle aches, and another weird one was like your like equilibrium is off. You feel like your balance is just gone.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Oh, and dude, completely lost taste and smell.
That's the weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, because I called my doctor and I was like, hey, I think I got COVID, and I got a test, and he called me back the next day, and he asked me if I could taste or smell at all, and I just woke up and I was like, I don't know, so I grabbed my deodorant, took a whiff, and I couldn't smell anything, dude. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's hilarious.
Make sure you talk straight into the mic,
Check.
just
Okay.
so you're nice and loud.
Okay.
All right, let's do this shot. Here we go. We're doing
Cheers.
some tequila. What is this, Hornitos?
Yes.
This is a
Yes,
big
it is.
shot.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
Only way to go.
No chaser. Here we go. That's right.
I
It's
like
actually
that.
really good.
Yeah, it is.
That's really good.
You don't need salt and lime or anything.
Yeah, I'm just a lightweight. I'm a wussy. Whew. Yeah, it does
So
not
anyways,
take much from
You
me.
got a stick of deodorant.
Yeah, I got a sticky deodorant. Couldn't smell anything. And then, yeah, just kind of, like I said, was down about 4 or 5 days, and then the rest of it was a lot of quarantine. But this last time around, I got sick, but I had COVID before, and I was like, this isn't COVID. I've felt what COVID feels like. This
Yeah.
it was like totally different.
So when was this?
This last time was like 2 weeks ago. I'm not contagious. I don't have
Yeah.
symptoms. Don't worry. But yeah, it was crazy because it felt different. Last time I said like, headaches and chills and fever and all this stuff. And this time around it was like just like a throat tickle and like a stuffy nose.
And that was it.
Yeah. So I didn't even get tested, but a friend of mine got tested. Her first test was negative, and then got tested again because she's actually still sick for like a while. And the most recent one came back positive, and we're like, whoa, what the fuck, like
Yeah.
this does not feel like COVID.
Yeah.
So it must have been like a different strain.
Yeah.
It's like I guess maybe it's the Omicron strain.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, it was like just like nose, throat, didn't even feel like COVID to me, and I got over it super quick because like I had it before, so I had the antibodies, and then also I'm vaccinated, and so I was barely sick. I barely even felt it.
Yeah.
And then my friend has been sick for like I don't know, like about almost 2 weeks now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow, man. That's crazy, dude. Twice, huh?
Yeah. So I've had it twice now. I didn't get.
And you're alive.
I didn't even make. I didn't make anybody else sick. Like I said, I didn't know that I had it, and like all the people that I had seen, I played disc golf with some people, and done this or that, and dude, nothing. Like nobody's sick or nothing. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, the first time my girlfriend and I got COVID, we were just about to head on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just going to go visit some family. We weren't going, Six Flags or anything. And,
Right.
like, this was, right before the vaccines had even come out. And I just remember we were just about ready to leave. We had the car packed. We were ready to go, ready to head out the door. Had 0 symptoms.
Yeah.
And I had a friend say, hey, I just tested positive. I might want to
Yeah.
get checked.
Yeah.
I almost thought it was like, I don't really want to. But
Right,
we
yeah.
did it. Well, like, we should probably be responsible,
yeah.
you know? And, took one of those 24-hour tests and got a result like super quick.
Yeah.
And mine came out negative. I was like, sweet. Well, if I'm negative, you got to be negative.
Uh-huh.
We should just head on out. We were
Yeah.
just about to head on out. She gets hers and it says positive. It was like,
Dang.
oh, man.
I know.
It was like we felt nothing. And then about 3 days later is when it all kind of kicked in.
Oh yeah.
And the body aches and the headaches were pretty excruciating.
Yeah.
But the best part was when they said, like the government calls you and said, don't go anywhere or anything.
Oh yeah.
Like you can't go back to work for another 3 weeks. I was like, sweet.
And back then it was 10 days from no symptoms. So that's
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
You could be sick for a week, 2 weeks, or however long you're sick, and then you got to stay another 10 days. So
Yeah.
it's pretty intense. If you get that like positive test, it's like it's a big deal. Like not just because also the sickness, obviously that's a big deal, but like then all the quarantining that you have to do afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like, geez.
Which I don't know about you, but I thoroughly enjoyed quarantine.
Yeah?
I thought quarantine was awesome, dude. Like getting to spend that much time at home, like it was like the perfect opportunity to just nerd out on whatever you could at home.
Definitely watched a lot of TV. I felt pretty bored, but I guess it just depends on like if you're getting like paid time off or all that kind of stuff too. There's so many factors to it.
Yeah.
But for me it was a lot of boredom.
Really?
Yeah, just laying around watching TV and scrolling on my phone.
Do you play guitar or anything? Or
I don't play guitar. Mostly I do drums, and like my other thing is just like audio video stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really play. I messed around with some keyboard. I took keyboard classes at Lane for a little bit when I was going for music technology and stuff.
Was it like keyboard or like a piano class?
Like piano, yeah.
Do you remember who your teacher was?
I don't. It was a woman.
Was her name Sandy?
She was no, I don't remember her name. She was small, kind of older, gray hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might have had that same teacher.
Okay, probably.
Because I took 3 terms at LCC.
Oh, cool.
And I loved it, man. I loved that class. It was so much fun.
Nice. What did you go to LCC for?
Oh, well, I thought that I was going there, to brighten my future, but
Yeah.
I really didn't know what I was doing there.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Yeah. I didn't go to college for a long time because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I was just like, I know that there was going to be so much debt, and just I didn't want to take classes that I didn't know were going to go towards something, But I did end up going. Like I said, I took some music technology stuff, but I didn't even finish the course. I actually like took some classes and then went straight to work. I got a job working at Lucky's. I was one of the sound guys there for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I
Nice.
DJ'd the burlesque show that was there.
What year was that?
That was, let's see, it was probably around like, this was probably about 6 years ago, somewhere around there, something like that. So I don't know, what does that put us at? 2015, something like that, 2016.
Were you ever the sound guy whenever I played there? Or
Um,
like Wet Sock or?
It's interesting. I don't remember Wet Sock like that much. I don't think I saw you guys very much.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
And and I was like I would run sound for the weekly burlesque show there, but at first I was kind of like one of the backup sound guys, and then I ended up kind of working my way in some more.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. I've worked at a couple of the clubs around town. I've worked at Lucky's. I've worked at the Drake. And I got the gig at the Drake from when I was working at Guitar Center. Like, because I was already working at Lucky's. They're kind of sister bars, and they were looking for a sound system for that, and I sold them that when I was working at Guitar Center, and then I helped them install it there, and I ended up getting a job there, and that's how that happened. But yeah, I've done a bunch of stuff like for some of the clubs around town. I'm starting to get in more jamming at the Big Dirty. So that's
nice.
Yeah. There's a hip hop jam there.
I saw your video.
Yeah, it was super fun.
So was that just a jam? Like you just go up and like, hey, just play.
Pretty
beat
much,
kind of
yeah. Like we swapped out drummers and there was a bunch of MCs.
It's like a house drum set or something.
Yeah, there's a house drum set there. I was talking about. I have this little kit that I want to bust out because and I'm gonna bring my SPDSX because it's got some electronic sounds on there. But yeah, I'm trying to build that up with Kenny from Soul Seed, and also Kenny from Primates and
Which
KI.
instrument does he play? We played with Soul Seed before, and I've seen him.
Oh,
a couple times,
he
but
plays
which
guitar.
The one's guitar.
Yeah, guitar. He's got long dreads.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. But he's part of the house band there, Big Dirty, and so yeah, I'm gonna start going more and being more consistent and try to build it up with those guys because it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
you should come out and play drums sometime.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, that does sound awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played I've only played one hip hop show, and that was like my most recent.
I was
going
gonna
to
ask you about that.
Yeah,
I was on your Instagram kind of creeping you last night because I was like studying up a little bit, and I was like, oh yeah, he did do a hip hop show.
Yeah. It was really different, and how that started was at my work. There's a rapper. He goes by the name Lil Bill, and he's actually if you listen to him, he's actually really really good. Really fluent with his lyrics and his beats are really really good. It sounds professional.
Yeah.
And I guess he opened up for Tech Nine.
Oh,
That
sick.
was one of his first
I like
shows.
Tech Nine.
Yeah.
He played recently here in Eugene.
Oh, that's right. At the McDonald Theater.
I was working. I was gonna skip work and go, but I didn't.
Man.
But anyways.
Anyway, so there's one song that I really liked from him called "Round Here," and just for fun, I did a drum cover of one of his songs.
I think I saw that one. Was that the one with the crazy Tom groove? It was like I think the one you posted like right before it or something.
It might have been. I'm having a hard time thinking.
But that was
which
pretty
one it
cool
was,
video.
but yeah, and so luckily he liked it so much that when he finally started doing an actual show,
Yeah.
he said, "Hey, do you want to come and play a song?" And at first I was like, "Ooh, I don't know
How it could go.
But it turned out pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
we just went up and just did our thing, and I was like super nervous before I went up because I'd never done anything like that before.
Yeah.
It's just one song. Usually after like one song, then your nerves kind of calm down, But yeah, it was fun.
That's cool. How was that? Like, so you like learned to track and like just kind of lock in and groove with that?
Yeah. So basically, my monitor was just a speaker, and it was just playing the live backtrack from that, and I just played to the backtrack.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right on, dude. I love that. Like live drums and hip hop, it just like makes it like brings so much more to the performance.
Yeah.
Especially
It
with, like
was.
there's like a whole band. Like it just like adds another layer.
Yeah, it was funny because apparently, like the headliner got COVID that day,
Oh shit.
so we were gonna be like the second to last
Co-headliner.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So, then we decided last second that we're just gonna put the drum song last. So that was like the very last thing of the show.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. If you're not doing the whole set,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I saw the videos though. It looked like it went really good. That was a cool theater that you played there. What was it?
It was at the Wildish Theater
Yeah.
in Springfield.
That's like on Main Street right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's one of those theaters though, like it gets super. Like you clap and you're gonna hear that clap go clap clap.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when I hit that snare, I was like boom.
Just huge, huh?
So I had to tone it down just a little bit, otherwise the drums are just gonna overpower everything.
Yeah. Right on. Dude, you want to do another shot?
Let's do it.
All right, let's turn it up.
Oh yeah.
I got a list of things here I was thinking about we could talk about. Dude, so like the move, I think it's cool that we're doing this podcast. It's kind of a cool way to like cap that off and solidify it. Dude, you were honestly like one of the coolest roommates I've ever had at this place here in Space.
Thanks, dude.
It's so fun renting here. Like, the people that you bump shoulders with in the hallways and like, this is probably like my fourth or fifth room now that I've rented here at Space. And, I've had some good roommates and some bad roommates. And, dude, you've been a good roommate. So appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah. That is smooth, dude.
It is.
That is smooth. If I start sneezing, it's because of the alcohol. Dude, it's weird. I really, honestly, I get this like reaction where I sneeze if I start drinking alcohol fast.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a lightweight.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, thanks for having me on here. I remember you asked me back in the summer at Folly Fest, actually.
Yeah.
When you'd asked me to.
Oh yeah,
to do this.
that was so fun. That's how I discovered Camp Serene, and I've been playing a lot of disc golf, and that's a really fun course out there.
Yeah. We played night disc golf there.
Glow disc golf,
That's
yeah.
the first and only time I've ever done
Dude, that is challenging. I'm like, I'm not as into that as I am playing regular style. I'm like it's just hard. Like, how do you see the fairway?
I know. I remember we were standing at like one of the holes in the forest, and we're kind of standing in a group, and all of a sudden, like two discs just come flying past
Dude,
our heads.
I remember that. Yeah, when we were walking around in the dark, I was hanging out with you and Ira and Jesse. We were all throwing discs in the dark. That was right. That was fun.
That was fun,
dude. That was a great show. Thanks for having us on that, dude.
Yeah. I enjoy the evenings. The days were just too hot.
Yeah,
way too hot.
Yeah, I chatted with your guys' light guy Johnny. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Yeah, he's really good at what he does. Yeah, he did a great job with your guys' lights that time.
Dude, he's one of the funniest people I've ever met in
my
life.
He's a great guy.
Every sentence is just a punchline, and we there's been times where, like, you know,
he's so motivated too.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of passion for what he does, but there's been times where, like, we'll have dinner before a show or whatever, and he is just cracking jokes the whole time, and like, I mean, he is like made me laugh so hard I'm just tearing up.
Nice.
He's a super funny guy.
That's cool. So Folly, you guys travel with him a lot, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. And your guys' production is really amazing. Like your guys' stage and your lights and, you know, your light boxes, and you guys crush it with the outfits. You guys are sick.
Yeah. When I first joined the band, I remember I was a little intimidated with the amount of gear that they had. It wasn't just throw your drums and amps, get on stage, and then you're done, and then get off stage. I mean, it was a whole, like, it takes a couple hours just to set up, and then takes just that long to tear it all down. You got to sound check
hours beforehand. And
yeah.
But yeah, it really pays off. I mean, the production is next level. It's nice.
Yeah. It is funny once you're finally done setting up, done with sound check, and you take a step back and you look at the stage. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, no doubt. So how did you come across that gig? How'd you become the drummer for Fortune's Folly?
That is my favorite story to tell.
All right, nice. Okay.
So it started off. So I was auditioning for my all-time favorite band, Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
I wanted to talk about that too. Yeah.
So the Cherry Poppin' Daddies has been one of my favorite bands since I was a kid, ever since Zoot Suit Riot came out.
And they're from around here?
Yeah, and they're from Eugene. So my twin brother and I, we grew up in Boise, Idaho, and, we started, playing drums and, playing in the school band and stuff like that. But we were always listening to Cherry Poppin' Daddies, and they were, because they had horns in the band. And every song was different, and every song was, like, really complicating, but catchy at the same time.
It's pretty technical.
Yeah. So... to me, that was like real music, like that was as raw and as real as it gets. So, fast forward, I saw on Facebook that they say, hey, we need a drummer. We're
I remember seeing
auditions, and I nearly crapped myself, dude. I was like, no way. My first thought was, I'm not going to do it. That's not for me. I'll leave that for the legends. Like I can't even play those songs. I played them my whole life for fun, but I never really.
That's a style too that you got to kind of know. It's a niche kind of a thing.
Yeah, for sure. But man, there was probably like 200 people that like applied for it.
Oh, I bet.
So the next post was a few days after that. They said, okay, we have too many people. Send in an audio clip or a video, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So I called up my buddy Ron Carlton.
I know Ron. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. He's good too with audio and video.
Yeah, that guy has saved my life multiple times, and so I hit him up and I just said, and he's a huge Cherry Poppin' Daddies fan too. So I just, hey, the Daddies are looking for a drummer, I need to make a video. Can you help me out? He's like, let's do it. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was so pumped. So we went all out on a video. I did one of the songs that was called "Here Comes a Snake," which is still my favorite video to watch.
That's on your YouTube, right?
Yeah, cool. And it's my 3-year-old nephew's favorite song and video to watch too.
Yeah.
So they sent it to them. A week or two later, I get an email. I was sitting in the food court at Costco.
Okay.
And I get an email. I look at it, and it says, "Very cool. We'll send you some audition songs. See you in a few weeks." And I just jumped out like, oh my God, I got an audition with the Daddies?
That's
no
right.
way. And I'm like pointing to the kids, at the food court. I'm like, your dreams can come true.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
That video
Yeah.
too was sick, by the way. The
Thanks.
production, the lights, like the sound, is great. If you haven't checked it out, you guys should definitely check it out on Jay's YouTube channel.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So went and they gave me a couple songs, and some of the songs they sent me, like I couldn't believe that this was going to be like one of my songs, because I used to like clean my bedroom to like these songs, listen to the CD, and I would hit like replay so many times just to hear some of these songs. So then I
meant to hit that at the beginning, but I didn't.
Oh, okay. So then went and did 8 songs with them, and I just remember like clicking my sticks like to the first song, like my whole world just kind of, it was just
Became
so
real
shocking.
for a second.
Yeah. So when I clicked, I could feel like just like a click, 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 into
Sick.
it. Even though I didn't get it, but they did say that I did really well.
Yeah, you
and,
did.
And the guy who got it, Kenny, I can't pronounce his last name, but super good drummer. And
I don't know this guy. Who's he?
He's a swing jazz drummer.
Okay.
He's from town. He's a younger guy. He's
He's
probably in
from
his mid-20s, and I think he just graduated from U of O, like in the jazz band. I think.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Right on.
But yeah, super good drummer, and I've seen him now a couple times with him live, and he's just nailed every song every time.
Sick. Right
Yeah,
on.
and he's got a really good drum sound. Like, he definitely deserved it.
Yeah.
So after that, like, but dude, when I was like practicing for those songs, I was practicing 4 or 5 hours a day. I would play
Yeah.
till I couldn't play anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and when I would stand up, I looked like this 80-year-old man just trying
Yeah.
to like, oh, like my legs hurt, So just kind of locking myself in a room for a few months, just learning those songs, if anything, just made me a much better drummer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And-
Sometimes it's what you got to do. If there's like it's something you want to learn fast and it's complex, you got to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I set up a post on Facebook. It's like, I didn't get the audition for the Daddies, which was weird because like during that whole time, I had people from like elementary school like hitting me up on Facebook, asking me, "Are you gonna be the
Hell
drummer
yeah.
for the Daddies?" Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I haven't talked to you forever, but maybe.
They're like, let's go, Jay.
yeah. So I didn't get it, and however, I wasn't that bummed about it.
Yeah.
Because I just getting to play with them
Yeah.
was a dream come true.
Absolutely.
Really.
Yeah.
And I mean, it would just be like you playing, trying out for Limp Bizkit or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like you're like
I
looking
got
around
to
the
do
room.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then shortly, like there was it was a short time period. I was completely bandless. I didn't have a band for the first time in like 10 years. I
Uh-huh.
couldn't believe it. And,
Yeah.
But I was like, maybe I can just play for fun for a little bit. And but then that's when Alex from Forces Folly had hit me up and said, "Hey, we're going to change things up a little bit and seeing if you want. We'll give you a couple songs to try out the band, see how it goes, and we'll go from there."
Yeah.
And I had like 2 songs, and I played with them, and it went pretty well because shortly after they said, "How do you feel about wearing sparkles?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm all about it. Let's
Right
do
on.
it." So,
Heck yeah.
and I had been to a bunch of Forces of Folly shows before.
Yeah.
And every time they just killed
They
it.
crushed.
And the crowd was
Yeah.
insane,
Yeah.
So knowing that, I was like, okay, this is still a big step up from what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Just playing small punk rock venues and
Yeah.
playing, 30, 60-minute sets here and
Yeah.
there. And you play with a bunch of bands just so you can get people in there. But Forces Folly, like by themselves, like
They're
they could do it.
established.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Alex is so for people who are confused, Alex is still in the band.
Okay.
He's just doing all the administrative stuff,
Yeah.
and all the booking. You
Gotcha.
know, he's the band manager,
Yeah.
and it makes my job so much easier because, like, you know how it is when you're trying to book shows for bands, and maybe they go through, maybe they don't. But if something goes wrong, it's like it's your fault.
Yeah.
I hated that.
And to have something on that level, like there's so many people that go, there's so many things that go into making that. Like you have to really have a team of people, and that's that's really nice. You have a light guy, you have a booking guy, you have all these different people that help you out along the way. And yeah, Fortune's Folly has definitely, I feel like, achieved that, and like you've slid into that spot so well.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate it, and you nailed it because it's all about being a team.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no way I could have done this on my own. There's
Yeah.
there's just no way.
It takes more than just being a good drummer, man. Like
Yeah.
honestly, it takes so much more than that. You could be a great drummer, but if you don't have all these other things that need to be in place, it might not happen for you. Like, and especially like I feel like nowadays with like social media and like video and and the production of shows and stuff, it's like it really takes a lot more than just being a good musician. You got to be able to edit videos, you got to be able to book shows, you got to be able to make it sound good and run the lights and sound, and there's so much that goes into it. So
yeah,
you guys have that, and you guys are doing great.
Yeah, and just being able to get along with each other.
That's a huge thing too. Yeah, getting 5 or 6, however many band members' lives to mesh into one thing that can put out consistently good shows professionally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and traveling too is a whole nother layer. You want to do another shot?
Let's do
okay.
that one.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm having fun right now. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this is cool. I don't know which episode we're on. This is probably like 5 or 6, but yeah. It's
so
a pleasure to have you.
The guy you had, I think before, J-Rock.
Yes, J-Rock.
He was number 4. He was either your last guy.
Okay, yeah.
So this is number 5.
Okay, nice. Right on. Yeah, so I've been wanting to be more consistent with this. I think it's really it could be something awesome. Like I know so many people with so much experience and great stories to tell, and who are pillars of the music community around here, and like I just think it's a really good way to just to kind of build something up and like and tell stories and put content out. Yeah.
So what's been your favorite show you've ever played?
My favorite show I've ever played, right when you first asked that, the first thing that popped into mind was I got to play at the Whiskey A Go Go once.
Nice.
And so that's really cool. It's a weird experience because it was great show, great performance, getting to play in a legendary place, but we're just some reggae rock and roll band in Hollywood, so there wasn't like a ton of people there, you know what I mean? But I got to chit chat with the people that worked there, and I got to play at a iconic venue like the Whiskey A Go Go, and it's just like that. I'm really proud of that one in particular. But I mean, I've played shows in front of crowds, 200 plus or whatever, and those are good too. But it's hard to think, like there's so many good ones. Festivals in Southern Oregon, I've had some really good times playing down there. I got to play I can't remember. My memory right now. But one of the theaters in Portland with my metal band Scythurism. There's videos of that on YouTube on my channel. I have a playlist set up. I can't remember which venue it was. I don't want to misspeak and say which one it was. But I got to play one of the cool venues. There's a nice stage up there. I mean, yeah, it's really like that's one of the things I love about playing music is like that you get to do things that just like you wouldn't be able to do otherwise. You get to travel and play different places and meet people, and like it's such an exchange, like a good exchange. Like you perform and you do something for people, and they give you this energy back. It's like it's just so powerful. Like when you get to play for people and like you get something back.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah, cheers my man. Yeah, cheers. Trying to think of some other like places that I played that I'm really stoked about. Honestly, like locally, I missed the Black Forest, some of the funnest shows. Like that place was such a small venue, but like so easy to pack, and everybody would just come, every weekend and just rage so hard. Yeah. Like the Eugene Metal Celebration shows, and getting to play in the death metal scene.
Was that when it was like a 2-day weekend?
Like,
yeah, it was like a Friday and Saturday night or whatever.
Yeah, so fun. Just like all the local metal bands, and even they get like passing through touring acts like Archspire and Fallujah, which my band Scythurism got to play with, and that was just like such a cool venue. It's funny. I was at the Big Dirty the other night, and I was kind of thinking like this might be like the new Black Forest, because it's kind of small, but it's like next level too, because like Black Forest was really grungy,
Yeah, but it's free to get in.
Yeah, it was free to get in, and I feel like I don't know, just something about the Big Dirty. Maybe I was just kind of fantasizing, but but it's not dirty. It's like it's the Big Dirty, but it's like the stage is beautiful, the lights are amazing, the sound is amazing. It's small, kind of like about the size of the Black Forest, but like the community is there.
Yeah.
So there's so much potential for that place. It's badass.
That a hip hop show that you played, was that the first time you played there
Yeah.
so far?
Yeah, the first time I ever played on stage,
Yeah.
was last Tuesday. So yeah, I was super stoked about that. And yeah, man, I had a blast. Like, it was so cool getting to jam with people. Kenny from Soul Seed and Cameron and Kenny, the MCs, and Ki was on the electric drums playing, like beat bop drums with his hands, and it was cool. We were like trying to lock in with each other, like play, it's the same beat, try to like add layers to the drums.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just so fun, man. Like I can't wait to see what comes out of that. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. I can't wait for the next hip hop jam.
Yeah, and the stage props that they have on there are insane. Like
Yeah.
all the artwork that they have.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
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 Beautiful. It's funny. I kept finding myself like every time because the drum set was like kind of back and there's this structure that hangs from the center
Yeah.
stage, and I was kept bumping it with my head.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, dude,
Yeah.
you gotta be careful, man. Like, I don't want to be the guy that breaks that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, it's an awesome stage, and in the production, the lights, the sound, everything. They even do some video stuff. It just looks so amazing. If you haven't been there, you gotta check it out.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
Yeah. Fortune's Folly played there a month or two
That's
ago.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was happening, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
the place was packed and
Yeah.
everybody was having fun.
Yeah.
That was one of the craziest, loudest crowd reaction I think I've ever had.
Nice.
Playing a show, because we played the Beastie Boys cover "Fight for Your Right."
Yeah.
And we just did like a "Darn, you gotta fight," darn, and the crowd went "For Your Right." We all looked at each other upstairs like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
dude." I felt that,
Dude, that's a feeling when the crowd like knows the words, to your song and they're singing it with you. It's like, oh man, we're connected.
Well, I mean, even if it's a cover, like,
even if it's a cover, yeah, no, even if it's a cover, but like just saying, you're connecting with an audience like that. It's powerful.
Yeah, and that was one thing I missed during this whole COVID thing is like when you get to sit on stage and you look out to the crowd and you see everybody smiling,
Yeah.
having a great time.
I know, man. It's crazy because I used to do that every weekend. Would travel and play shows every single weekend. Go and play, like do just incredible, amazing, fun stuff that would never get to do outside of music. And yeah, and then COVID happened, and band split up, and yeah, it just was like just like screeching halt kind of thing, But it's coming back around, and like it's just crazy because like I used to do that stuff all the time, and now it's like when I get to do that stuff, it's like such a treat.
Yeah. I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
So what was that like for you guys when COVID had first come out? Were you guys like,
Let's see. When COVID would first come out, I think $1 Check had already like done. We did a split, but we're rejoined now. We're still trying to write and stuff, but we had we had already split, and I had just joined this metal band Tulpas that I'm in.
Yeah.
Back then we were Death Eater.
Which, by the way, that is like some of the heaviest shit.
Oh,
in
thanks,
town,
man.
dude.
Yeah, it's super heavy. I love it, dude. I love that genty, heavy 9-string, just chong, chong,
Yeah.
chong.
And your
Yeah.
double bass pedal work is insane.
Thanks, man. Thank you. What were we talking about? We were talking about before this. I'm a little inebriated.
Me too. What were we talking about?
It's all good, man. It's all good. But
We're talking about venues.
Oh yeah, venues.
Oh, how was it like for you guys when COVID hit?
Oh, okay, right. So yeah, the reggae band, we were split up by then, and I had just joined this metal band, Tulpas, and I was in the middle of the process of learning all the material, which is tough stuff to learn, so it takes a while. And so honestly, man, like I haven't really played very many shows because, and what's interesting is I haven't played any shows yet with my metal band Tulpas. We're still like ready to make our debut, but yeah, just like I learned the material, and then just things have kept us from performing live with the metal band. But I do want to do that soon. I've been talking to KI. It would be sweet to do a debut at the Big Dirty. We'll see. I don't know exactly, but yeah, it was crazy, man, because like I used to do that stuff every weekend, play all the time, and then yeah, like screeching halt. I wasn't in the reggae band. I just joined this metal band, but COVID's happening, so shows aren't happening, and so yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a real treat when I get to do that kind of stuff now. I've done a couple shows here and there with $1 Check, and I still haven't got to play yet with the metal band. I'm really excited to do some more, to do that. I've rehearsed with them and run through it live and stuff, but I haven't done it in front of a crowd or at a venue yet. So I definitely want to get that going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing booked, and I don't know when it's gonna happen. We're writing new material right now. We have a set that we can play live. There's some life things holding some guys back, but I think like honestly, like a local show, like a one night, like that's totally doable. So, yeah, I would love to do a debut here in Eugene somewhere and like build up a show with just like a lot of like the local homie legends in that genre. Would be so fun. Like if we could get like
Homie Legends, that's a great band name.
yeah, right. Like Athearchus or
I love that band so much,
Omnihility or Bloody Pineapples, J-Rock's band.
Oh yeah,
or just build up a sick fucking metal show to do our debut. Like, oh my god, I would love that.
Speaking of Athearchus,
this is me trying to manifest that. By the way,
did you ever see their show on? If I'm saying this right, Rob Dyrdek's show.
The Bleeding Frogs
Fantasy or Fear Factory.
Fantasy Factory.
Or Fantasy Factory.
Yeah, they were on there for a minute. They had that mobile stage truck. They went all the way to L.A. and they played in front of the Fantasy Factory, and they actually ended up getting on Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory show.
Yeah, and then they just pimped out their
They
truck.
pimped out their truck for them.
And then
That's
they
right.
went and played on the street, and they named their band the Bleeding Frogs.
The Bleeding Frogs.
Like, which I guess you just named on the spot. Like,
Yeah.
that's gold, dude.
Yeah, it's so awesome, dude. Yeah, I totally remember that. Saw that on MTV. Yeah, and Dano and Aaron, I love those guys. They always put on amazing shows. Awesome musicians, fucking badass. I love those guys to death.
The thing I love about that band the most is they get everybody into it, and everybody's welcome to just throw down. And I remember the
they
first
just
time,
have fun.
The first time I ever saw them was at a Halloween party, like a house party.
Yeah.
And everybody's drunk, including me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even of age at the time, I don't think. But and they started playing TNT, and I just went up and lost my mind, got up there with the mic. And usually, like, people might shove a drunk kid off or something, but Aaron turned the microphone around and let me sing the song.
Bro.
Oh, dude, I was like, I love this band.
That's awesome. I remember watching Dano at or watching Athearchus at the Black Forest one night, and he's such an amazing drummer. He can sing and drum and just do so many things at once.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious, dude. Somebody was throwing tater tots from like like the front of the stage, or like kind of the front of the stage where in that wall that was right by the front door,
Black
like throwing tater tots from there, like into his mouth while he's playing Athearchus songs. Yeah, at Black Forest, into his mouth, and he's catching them and playing drums and like still holding it down. I was like, this guy, dude, is incredible.
And dude, that was like a normal moment for them too. Like, I mean, they had so many just golden moments like on stage, and like the whole time you're watching this, like, is this really happening? Yeah.
And Aaron's setup is so interesting too. Like, I think he does like a guitar / bass setup at the same time. Like, I think he runs. I don't want to butcher it, but I think he runs like his guitar through a bass and a guitar amp or something like that, or he's got a pickup for a bass and guitar. I forget how he's got it set up, but he's got some crazy setup where he does like basically bass and guitar at the same time. And then Dano holds it down. He sings and drums, and they put on a sick show. I mean, they're local legends for sure.
And they have one of my like all-time favorite quotes. It was the song "Sheep." It was like,
"Oh, don't be another part of the herd."
Yeah, don't be.
That was the first
Athearchus
Athearchus song I ever heard.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
and that line stuck in my head for my whole life.
Dude, I'm with you.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those guys are sick, man.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Ragers.
Ragers. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they brought the party.
And
then I saw them at the last time I saw them was at a Whitaker Block party. Might have been the summer before COVID, but they brought their truck in when it was all painted.
That mobile stage.
Yeah, the mobile stage.
That thing is sick.
Yeah. So it was cool to like be right there and with them again. And I always knew they would go far. And yeah, love that band.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'll leave it at that.
Dude, this kind of reminds me something that we were talking about earlier reminds me anyways, but like the time that I remember meeting you, I was working at Guitar Center and it was the drum off.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you did the drum off, and like you were one of the top guys, and that's really like kind of where I was like, oh, that's Jay Castle.
Yeah, and Dano was there too, right? He
Dano was there.
one
Yeah,
of
he
the
was a judge.
Yeah,
That's right. He was a judge.
yeah.
Yeah, I got Dano on there. Yeah, I was working there in the drum shop, and yeah, we got Dano and Will, who was another drummer, was one of our roommates here at the space. He's moved down the hall. He's drumming for Primates Hip Hop, which is super sick, man. When I heard he got that gig, I was like, oh, that sounds so fun.
Yeah,
you know?
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him, absolutely. Yeah, but he's actually a big metal guy too. He used to play in I forget the name of his metal band, but they were sick and they're pretty technical too. A lot of speed and double bass, and they were super sick. So he's a really good drummer. I can't wait to see what he does with Primates, because I mean, dude, that's such a sick gig.
Yeah.
Hip hop and drums and
live drums.
Yeah, and the Primates are dope. Like they got lines, dude.
Yeah.
Their bars are sick.
Is it just me, or is like live drums and hip hop like coming around? Is that
you might be right. I mean,
I know it's always kind of been a thing, but I'm starting to see more and more of it lately.
It's I feel like it's been a thing with like the quality acts, but like like a lot of people who are just getting started with like rap and hip hop, I feel like they kind of have a hard time coming up with their beats and stuff. So they're like, you never know what you're gonna get as far as like the beat that they're rapping on. It's like, did they produce that themselves? Is it something that they downloaded from the internet? Is it somebody else's track but they're just spitting on it? It's you don't know exactly what you're gonna get, but like a lot of the quality acts, they're writing their own stuff. They're playing the keyboard lines, they're making the drum beats, and they're putting the whole song together like exactly the way they want to have it. So, I think that's like one thing to me that stands out when I see like a hip hop artist or a songwriter or something, is when they can produce a track that's original.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that drum off.
Yeah.
So that summer, the summer before that happened, I did a documentary, and I threw it on my YouTube channel.
Oh, really? A documentary?
A documentary, yeah.
I don't think I've seen this.
So I just filmed it all on my GoPro, and I was playing, a show literally every single weekend. A lot of 3-day weekends.
Yeah.
There was no tours or anything that summer, but yeah, a lot of 3-day weekend kind of stuff. And I called it Summer of a Drummer.
Okay.
And it was 2015, which is interesting to watch back now, because it's like, even though it's kind of old, but it's just interesting to see like what life was
totally
like back then.
Vloggy type stuff.
Yeah.
Like seeing what you used to do every weekend.
Yeah.
Dude, that's interesting. Yeah. I actually went back and watched a bunch of vlogs. There's a couple of vlogs that I put together for ODC where we were like traveling every weekend and just, doing that thing. And just going back and watching that stuff reminds you. It's like, man, like I've done so much cool stuff that I forget that I've even done. Like you look back on it and you're like, oh, that's right, I remember that.
Yeah. And you're actually in it. Your short bit. No, like you were actually in
my really?
Documentary. Yeah.
Cool.
It was at the drum off. And
oh, nice.
So, because you were the announcer, but you're only in it for like just a couple seconds.
Yeah.
But I never told you that though.
Oh.
That you.
I gotta check out this video.
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes long or something. But
that's cool. I'll watch it.
It's super fun to just go back and look at it. And there's a lot of shows that I forgot about, and playing. Which, by the way, I was playing for a band called Wet Sock and Abandoned Shoe.
Yeah.
Total coincidence with the band names. I didn't come up with them. They just happened to be, foot related type bands.
I was wondering about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what kind of music are both of those?
So Wet Sock was punk ska.
Okay.
And I was in that band for about 5 years, and that was probably hands down the wildest 5 years of my life. I mean, every show we played, we threw down as hard as we could, and every show you were drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
But then Abandoned Shoe came along. I actually met Nathan Owen, who was the singer. I met him in the piano class, and we did this like open mic thing, and he sang a song, and I remember watching him going, man, he sounds like an angel. Like, he sounds really good.
Yeah.
And so, we linked up, and then long story short, I joined the band a few months later. But yeah, he already had the band name Abandoned Shoes, so we thought that was kind of funny. Hey, I'm in a band called Wet Sock,
Yeah.
And, and so I eventually joined Abandoned Shoe because it was for a whole nother reason. Wet Sock was all about sweating your ass off and,
hardcore
going,
punk.
Yeah, going as hard as you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Abandoned Shoe was just like, really, like, it wasn't about drums at all. It was all about, to me, it was all about the songs, the vocals. And so I just really kind of sat back,
yeah.
Just kind of beats like
serving
that.
the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even though I'll listen back on some of those recordings and, even though there's not like any like big drum fill in any song really, but I just love listening to those songs because it's just about the song,
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I joined the. I was playing for those two bands, for two completely different reasons.
Right on. And Abandoned Shoe. What kind of music were they?
I would call it, like singer songwriter kind of stuff, and it was like slow songs from Sublime kind of stuff. And,
Okay, so it's kind of like reggae, ska, punk.
So you're a slightly stupid fan,
Uh-huh,
right?
yeah.
So the song Kaliman?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that song.
Okay,
Like, we actually played that cover too, but
cool.
it's just super laid back. Something you could listen to while sitting on the beach.
What? How long were you guys around for? When did you guys finish? Because I'm surprised that $1 check-in. Did we play together? I think we might have played one or.
Oh, we did. We played. Sorry, I got really excited there for a second.
Yeah.
We played at Cottage Grove.
Yeah.
The Accent Fiddle one
Okay.
time. That was the first time I think we actually met.
That's right.
Because you were playing, and because I think Zach
Yeah,
Tennant was the
Zach
one.
was the keyboard player.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
He and so he was the one that told me about you guys, and he's like, I'm playing for this reggae band,
Yeah,
and I think we're playing in Cottage Grove. We're like, we need a band for help us out
Yeah.
in Cottage Grove. So
yeah. Dude, that's interesting. Yeah.
I actually took a video of you guys for one of your songs.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and that was like when I was just
You shared
starting.
it with me. And I was like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, I totally remember that. Yeah, that was a good show. The Accent Fiddle, that's a great venue in Cottage Grove too. There's a couple of venues in Cottage Grove. There's Accent Fiddle. There's that Covered Bridge Brewery. Have you played that one yet?
Accent Fiddle and that amphitheater in the park.
That's the next one I was going to mention. Yeah, they have that really cool amphitheater in the park. It's
Yeah.
like an outdoor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really weird. The day we Abandoned Shoe played there, the guy that put the whole show on, like we were just talking, and it turns out me and him grew up in the exact same neighborhood in Boise, Idaho. Like
Oh,
just
wow.
a few streets down from
Just
each other.
coincidence?
Yeah, like we were just kind of narrowing it down. Oh, where are you from? Boise. Oh, we're in Boise. Oh, this location. Wait, we're in this location.
Yeah.
No way. You know this street? Yeah, I grew up down there. And so,
Whoa.
yeah, that was kind of interesting.
That is cool. That is cool, man. Let's see. We're at 46. We got like 15 more minutes. Usually run this thing about an hour. We can go as long as we want. Honestly, I don't care if we go past an hour. I'm having fun.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, man. This is cool. It's like
to have more fun with this next shot.
let's do it. Yeah, I'll have another one with you, man. I'm feeling the buzz right now. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm down. I don't gotta be nowhere. I'm gonna kick it here afterwards. Probably play some drums.
What is the drunkest you've ever played a show?
Man, that's a great question, but makes sense. I don't remember. I don't know if I. When I don't really drink a lot like before shows. With $1 check, it was a lot easier because it's not as technical. With some of the metal bands and stuff that I've been in, it's really difficult to drink alcohol and be able to perform, to play fast and be on time and stuff. So like, and to begin with, I'm kind of a lightweight anyway. So like, I don't really drink too much before shows, to be honest.
Yeah.
But not to say that I haven't messed up or I haven't, had too much or whatever. But I don't know. Nothing specifically comes to mind. I can't really recall any like catastrophic moments. I was like too fucked up to play.
Yeah.
I've missed parts here and there, but you always kind of try to just smooth them over and keep just keep the show rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing really stands out to me. I don't really drink that much like that, blackout or whatever too often. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was only like maybe 3 or 4 times in my life I can recall those. Yeah.
Cheers.
To that, cheers,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's cool doing this with another drummer again. I've had one other guest who's a drummer. My
TJ?
first guest, TJ.
Yeah. I listened
Yeah.
to that one.
Yeah, and it's cool just getting to talk, gear and practice and technique and all that stuff.
Yeah, his videos are really good. He's got some really good beats.
Yeah. He just posted one on Instagram the other day. He was jamming along with somebody, but he was jamming to their track. It sounded great. The way he edited it, they blended the audio. It looked good. It sounded good too.
Yeah.
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 No doubt. Yeah, TJ's a great guy. I've known him for a long time. I'm super stoked on Child Speak, that band that he was in. I don't know if they're still together or not, but
I finally
sick.
listened to that album that came out.
Yeah.
They had the one where they're all touching the globe, or not the globe, but some
Yeah.
Medicine Ball or something. I don't know what.
You know, I don't know their music by album. I know like there's some of their YouTube videos, and I ran sound for them and watched them live, and I was just so impressed, man. Like their production. I'm pretty sure they play along with a click track, and they have all these samples going on in the background. And TJ is such a technical drummer. I mean, they're all technical players. You know, Michael and I forget the bass drummer and the other guitar girl's name, but they're all so good at what they do.
Yeah.
You know, it's like progressive rock, like indie, like it's just they're it's so sick. If you haven't checked them out, Child Speak is dope.
Yeah, and it sounded really good too. You know, like real professional. I remember them when because we saw them at it was before it was called Sessions Hi-Fi.
Yeah,
at the Hi-Fi Lounge, and it was dope. Dude.
Yeah,
it was a
they
really
had.
good show.
I've seen some sick shows from them in the lounge for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Hi-Fi and Sessions, that's a fun venue.
Yeah.
I love how they have like two things going on. There's like a main hall and there's like a bar. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. 2 stages is cool, and the main stage is really, really rad.
Yeah, definitely.
And the bar behind the stage. It's it's kind of like a.
Oh yeah, in the main hall.
Yeah, in the main hall.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I was sitting there having a drink, and I'm looking around. I was like, how is anybody going to know this is here unless you walk behind stage, you know?
Yeah.
Which is what I did. So.
Yeah, well, they have like these 2 big tunnels that kind of lead back there. So, you know, if you're wandering over that way, or if you know, it's kind of obvious. But yeah, I mean, if you don't know that there's a bar back there, when you get back there, like, oh, okay, I'll order a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, there's like a tunnel on the left and the right side of the stage. But then there's like this like, is that like a 2-way or like a 1-way mirror, I guess, or something on the back side of the stage where you can't see through it from the side of the stage, but you can see through it from the side of the bar, something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought because can't you see like when you're behind the bar there, you can if you're looking at the bartender, you could see the back of the drummer.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the mirror behind the bar. Okay.
There's some kind of like I don't know 1-way mirror or something there.
Yeah. One of the last times I was there, even though I didn't get the spot for the Daddies, like at least I got to like know them like pretty well later down the road. So long story short, I got to be in their music video, their latest music video they came out with.
Oh, cool.
Which is funny because I couldn't get away from any kind of like because I was in Wet Sock and a Band Shoe, and after I got out of those bands, I was like, okay, no more like foot related. Band names,
no titles of foot
and then
related.
So when I was
bands.
going to be in the music video, I was like, "Oh, what's the new song called?" He's like, "It's called Platform Shoes." I was like, "You're kidding me!
No.
Can't get away from it." But anyways, yeah. So I got to be in the music video, and I was actually like one of like the main like side characters. And even though I wasn't presented in the music video, I got a nickname from the director and from Steve Perry, the singer from the Daddies, who was like my all-time hero.
Yeah.
The name was called Hunky Shag.
Okay.
So they're like, okay, your character's name is Hunky Shag, even though I didn't appear in the music video. But I went home that night thinking that is the coolest name ever.
Hunky
and
Shag.
I was like, shortly after I had joined Forces Folly, and Forces Folly, they all kind of have like stage names.
Yeah.
Like, Jesse
The
has
Machine.
the Green Machine,
Yep.
and then Ira's the Hype.
That's right.
And Khalees is the Catalyst. And
Yeah.
So and Alex was Squatch. So I had to come up with some name. My first name that I thought it was like Juicy J, but it was too corny.
That's
And
pretty good. I like that. Actually.
Hey, that's
I
what
like
I
that
thought,
one.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so I texted the group. I was like, yeah, my character's name was Hunky Shag, and Alex was like, dude, that might be a name. And I was like, all right, I might stick with it. So I got a hold of Steve, and I said, hey, you mind if I steal that name? And he's like, go for it. I was like, wow, I got my stage name from my hero, dude. Like, so I take that name to my grave, dude.
I like it, man. Hunky Shag.
Hunky Shag.
I dig it. Let's see how much time we got here. We're at 53. I was looking through my notes here because I wrote some things down. I think we pretty much went over a lot of them. Let's see if there's anything on here that it's funny. This is funny. Kill Tony. Something that,
that's right.
You and I both kind of have
Dude,
in common.
The more I learn about you, I learned that me and you have so much in common. It's kind of mind-blowing. And when I walked into the practice room and I saw you watching a live premiere of Kill Tony, I was like, you watch Kill Tony too? I was like, yes, dude, that was my favorite show of all time.
It's a great comedy show. I watch it every Monday. It's fucking hilarious. I love comedy, and I just love like that they have like local talent just coming up and trying it out and
just completely roast them.
Yeah, just completely roast them a lot of the
So
time
good,
if they
dude.
do terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like why, and it's like Tony, he'll be all like, all right, who's here who's like it when comedians do good? And everyone's like, yeah. And he's like, how many of you people like when comedians do bad?
Yeah, they get super loud. That's right.
But that's why I watch it. I love watching people bomb. It's really funny, and I just love watching Tony just rip into pieces.
Yeah.
You know, but they take it really well for the
Yeah.
most part.
Dude, stand-up comedy, man. I love, like I said, I love comedy. Yeah, I've actually, I've watched a lot of the local comedy, like act and stuff like that. And I've thought about like trying to write a set, but I don't know. I mean, I'm so preoccupied with drums and other shit that I'm doing.
If you were to do a 1 minute stand up, what would you talk about?
Oh man, I don't know. Gosh, it's funny. Okay, wow. I'm not gonna say any more, but I'll talk about polyamory.
Polyamory.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
non-monogamy,
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
I guess, or maybe being a drummer or COVID or I don't know, whatever,
Yeah.
dude.
I think I would talk about how much I hate gas attendants.
Oh, really?
I hate gas attendants.
That's so
They
funny.
make me so mad, dude. Like I'm once I find out I have to put gas in, I'm like, God.
You're
damn
like-
it. This is gonna be the worst 5 minutes of my day right here.
Like when you said when you have to put gas in, like when you have to pump, or
No,
when
when
somebody
they
else-
have to pump
when
the
they have
gas
to
for
pump?
me, it just annoys me. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I grew up in Idaho.
Like,
you
I'm
can pump
completely
your own
capable of
gas.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like someone washing your hands for you. Like it's just really
Yeah,
annoying. You know?
like
And
this
they-
is dumb.
and you have to sit there and wait forever.
Yeah.
And and I have really good homies who have pumped gas before. Like
Yeah,
bless their heart.
I'll
you know,
pump
but
gas. Yeah.
You pump gas?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. It just makes me so mad when I have to sit and wait for them.
No, I feel you. Yeah, it's funny. I totally feel you. It's such a weird job, especially like because in Oregon it's like the only places that you have to have somebody to do it for you. So sometimes when it's like taking forever, I'll like because I'm a delivery driver, so if it's taking forever, I'll just grab the pump and just fucking fill it up.
Yeah, I know. Or just 11. You're taking too long.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. I don't know how it turned that into a bit, but I think it would be fun if you could turn it into something funny. It'd be pretty good.
Oh yeah, but back to stand-up comedy. Like, yeah, there's a great local scene, and I've definitely watched some of the local acts. Some of the ones that come to mind, Mike McGowan and Seth Milstein. Those are guys that I've watched and that like I follow, and yeah, there's a good comedy scene around here. There used to be Chaz Logan Hyde too. He had a Muse Days at Lucky's. It's Tuesdays. They do comedy there.
Is there a good local comedy around here?
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Those guys that I mentioned. They're all local comedy guys, and
Yeah.
I'm not. I haven't really been to any comedy shows lately, so I don't know like where to go exactly. But when I was working at Lucky's, I remember Tuesdays was a big one. But yeah, there is some good local comedy around here in Eugene if you're looking for it. Like I said, it's COVID. I haven't been to shows in a while, so I don't know exactly where to find it. But there is some comedy scene in Eugene that's worth checking out for sure.
Yeah, one of my coworkers, his name's Jake. He did like stand-up comedy for the first time this year, and I saw a video of it. I didn't actually go there, but he did really good, and he had some really funny bits. you know?
Yeah. I love comedy, man. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, like I said, like trying to think about how to like write out a set or like how to, that's a whole other art that I'm like, I would love to get into, but like sometimes I have this like mental block with other things that I want to learn because there's so much shit that I'm trying to learn at the moment, like drumming and disc golf and just you name it, whatever it is I'm trying to learn. Like there's only so many hours in a day to try and focus on something, and it's like I wish there were 10 of me so that I could learn everything and like send this guy to go be that and this other guy to go be that, but it's like there's only so many hours a day, there's only so much you can do. It takes a lot of time to practice drums and to be a good drummer, and I feel like that's something that we both are, honestly.
Yeah, dude, it takes a lot of sacrifice just to be a drummer because it takes so much practice, and so much time.
Yeah.
And and I guess some people don't don't get that because there's times when I'm like, oh, hey, I got to go practice. Like, didn't you just practice last week?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that was last week.
That was last week.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, absolutely. And like, having a space where you can do that is, as a drummer, is like, it's difficult, like, it's hard sometimes to find a place where you can be loud and practice for hours and not annoy people. And, you don't have to shut it down at 9 p.m. or,
Yeah.
this or that. So it's tough being a drummer, man. Like, I definitely respect the struggle. It's like one of the biggest, loudest, most expensive, obnoxious instruments there is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's not something you can just whip out in your living room too.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night or even during the day. Like you have to, like here at Space Eugene, like it's kind of a blessing having this place.
Absolutely.
Because I've even tried to make as much noise as I possibly can at 4 o'clock in the morning and, didn't get the cops calling me.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, you can come in here anytime, and that's what I love about it. And like I said earlier too, is like I love like the community that's here. You're not bumping shoulders with people, whoever. Like we got the Primates down the hallway, and Will, our old roommate, now he's down there, and you got J Rock. I'm not sure exactly what room he's in, but then now I'm gonna have you guys across the hallway,
Yeah.
and there's just there's so much going on here, and it's like I love being around that community and people who are serious about this craft, and I am too, and so it's like I love being here, and I'm so grateful to have a spot like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny too, because like if you have a show come up, say you got to play for 2 hours, and say you go like just the night before or whatever, or even the week before, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go over every song. You go over every song just once, that's 2 hours right there.
Yeah.
You go over it 3 times, that's 6 hours right there. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, and you might need to do that because you might mess up on this song. You might need to replay that one, or focus on this for like an hour, or whatever it is. But yeah, it's just nice to have a space where you can do that. Yeah, absolutely. Well, cool, man. I mean, let's see.
We made it to an hour.
Yeah, we're almost an hour. We're 57. Oh wait, no, we're at an hour right now officially. So this is a good time to take a shot.
Yeah, let's do
it.
We just went through that whole half bottle.
Which one? I don't remember which one's mine.
I
Was
think
that
I
one?
had the All-American one.
I'm not too worried about it, bro.
Cheers.
Let's see. Is there anything else we should cover before we let you go?
New Fallen music coming out this year.
Okay.
Don't know exactly when, but this year.
That's exciting. Right on. What do you guys? EP, album?
It'll be a full length. I think. I don't know how many songs are gonna be on there.
Wow, nice.
Full
Full length.
Listen to this, going, God.
That's all right. Yeah. Right on. Okay. So you got some Folly tunes coming out.
And they're catchy, dude. Like I was listening to some of them just the other day. And
You're
I was
helping
like,
write some of those too.
Just 1 or 2 of them.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna be on 1 or 2 of them.
I'm curious about your guys' process, like how all that shit goes down. You say you're gonna be on 1 or 2 of them.
On 1 or 2 songs.
So
yeah.
you guys, so do you guys kind of like you and Alex? Do you guys like kind of trade back and forth on who's playing?
Alex is a great writer, so he's always writing.
Oh
all
yeah.
the time, so
yeah, he wrote a lot of the early originals for for Folly. I think all of them so far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're gangster beats too.
Oh
like,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
fun
He's
to
a solid drummer.
Yeah, they're fun to like. When I was learning them, I was like, I would have never thought of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought he did a pretty good job on all old songs and new songs.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah, I think he'll be on most of the songs when the new album comes out.
Okay, nice, right on. Where are you guys trying to record that?
We recorded it at Ira's house.
Oh, okay,
so
right on. Yeah, I always got a good little studio set up there.
Yeah, it's coming along. But now Alex is building a studio at his house. He right now is doing all the drywall stuff.
Right on. Do you know if Alex is doing anything musically right now that we should talk about or mention? I mean, he's doing Folly, writing drums and recording stuff. I guess. Yeah. I guess that's what I've always known him to do. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right on.
So and he's learning a lot too. Like every now and then he'll text a group saying, "Oh, I just learned this, learned that." And so
cool.
So he's learning a lot at the moment. So
he's still pretty active in all that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm just basically taking over the live performances now, which is like perfect for me because I'm more like the live drummer. I don't like doing all the booking kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just really annoying doing
that.
But when you have, like we were talking about earlier, a team to help everybody out, then you can focus on what you do best.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. Right on, man. Okay, so we got new Folly stuff coming out. What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is JManWorld. and then I got my YouTube channel. It's just Jay Castle.
Okay.
There's a few other Jay Castles out there. They're all gamers, but I think I'm the only Jay Castle drummer.
You're the drum Jay Castle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man. I think that's it. Thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. If you want to come back on sometime, I'd love to have you again.
All right, brother.
Yeah, man. It's been a pleasure being roommates with you, and this has been fun, man.
Yeah.
Cool,
Likewise.
bro.
All right, dude.
Appreciate you.